All right, YouTube. This is the third episode. I made you a video yesterday and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was kind of my first go at reading something, and it was okay. It was okay. But I got as far as me coming to France. And I'm going to talk just a little bit. Like, I got to France and I was really lucky and I got a job in a school which I did for 3 years, and I learned French because I didn't have a choice. Like, people didn't speak English, so it was speak French or don't speak. So I learned to speak French. So I did that, right? Okay, and then after I did that, I'm going to start reading again because I can. So, as a major distraction to my handicaps and a last stand, I bought a bar restaurant in 2013. Yeah, I did. Despite the fact I was already officially recognised handicapped by the state, I still bought a bar in 2013. We did this for 2 years. We put on a lot of concerts and we fed and watered a lot of people. I had no idea what was going on with my body, but I kept fighting it. One evening in 2015, I fell, which was a common occurrence by this stage, only this time I needed 7 stitches in my leg. This represented the beginning of the end of the bistro and the beginning of my wheelchair adventure. I went to the doctor to get stitched up and inquire over the possibility of getting some wheels. I was given a prescription and I collected an entry-level pharmacy wheelchair. I literally looked at it for 2 weeks before even sitting in it. The psychological pressure of taking a huge step to ultimately help yourself is great. I sat down, I took a load off, and life looked brighter. I attempted to do my bistro with a wheelchair, but without full mobility, this is nigh on impossible. We closed down 2 weeks later. This left me crushed, as not only had I lost my legs, but also my business, my job, my home, and my social life. Yeah, it was a real bad time. It was a really bad time. It was like I lost everything, and that's life, and so this is what happened. I moved out from above my bar, where I used to live, to a bungalow shortly after this, and I got a dog called Spud. Spud! Whatever. Having something to look after me was a great relief of stress. I proceeded to relearn life again whilst accommodating a wheelchair. 2.5 years, black depression followed. It was pretty bad. I never went out and I lived on the internet. A few people stuck around from my bar, but most left me. This is rubbish. Like, I was just kind of like forgotten just because I got a wheelchair, It's like, that's rubbish, but that's what happened. Before my depression, I endured a period of mania for about 6 weeks after the closure of my bar. I never did anything bad, but I was partying so hard I was trying to kill myself. To be honest, I didn't really know what to do with myself. I'd lost everything, and so I just went on a bender to end all benders. In 2017, I spent a lot of time at the hospital, and I endured every test under the sun. And after a waiting period of 4 months, my genetics came back, and I was given my diagnosis of AMN. Yep. I don't think it's even possible to understand a chronic neurological disease until you actually have one. For sure, you can see visible symptoms, but you have no idea how it feels. I can tell you it's really frustrating, and you're impeded from doing what you want to do. Having suffered 10 years, I have found a way around a lot of the problems, and I'm learning new stuff all the time. I will go into specific detail for sufferers at a later date. I will. But yeah, you can't. You have no idea. Like, you can see that I'm using a wheelchair, but that means nothing. You mean anybody can use a wheelchair, but it's all the stuff that goes with it that really hurts and makes life complicated. But it's life, and you have to deal with it, and you pick yourself up and you carry on, because what choice have you got? It's like lie down and die, or make the best of a really, really, really bad situation. Next episode.